Welcome to Tech channel. SpaceX launches 2 rockets 3 hours apart to close out a record year. This was the shortest time between orbital launches at Cape Canaveral since 1966. One was a Falcon Heavy, the world's most powerful rocket in commercial service, carrying the U.S. military's X-37B spaceplane from a launch pad at NASA's Kennedy Space Center at 8:07 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Less than 3 hours later, at 11:01 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, SpaceX's workhorse Falcon 9 launcher took off a few miles to the south with a payload of 23 Starlink satellites. The Falcon Heavy's 2 side boosters and the Falcon 9's first stage landed back on Earth for reuse. These were SpaceX's final launches of 2023. SpaceX ends the year with 98 flights, including 91 Falcon 9s, 5 Falcon Heavy rockets, and 2 test launches of the giant new Super Heavy Starship rocket. These flights were spread across 4 launch pads in Florida, California, and Texas. Nearly 2/3 of SpaceX's missions this year were dedicated to delivering satellites to orbit for SpaceX's Starlink broadband network, a constellation that now numbers more than 5,000 spacecraft. SpaceX also launched 5 missions with the Falcon Heavy rocket, created by aggregating 3 Falcon 9 rocket boosters together. Highlights from SpaceX's 2023 Falcon launch schedule included 3 crew missions, to the International Space Station, and the launch of NASA's Psyche mission, to explore a metallic asteroid. The back-to-back launches Thursday night took off 2 hours and 54 minutes apart, the shortest turnaround between 2 SpaceX flights in the company's history. It also set a modern-era record at Cape Canaveral, with the shortest span between 2 orbital-class launches there since 1966. When it comes to Starlink, SpaceX sends 6 Starlink satellites up with direct-to-cell capability. SpaceX is expecting direct-to-cell satellites later be launched on Starship. On orbit, the satellites will connect over laser backhaul to the Starlink constellation to provide global connectivity. This will allow for mobile phone connectivity anywhere on Earth. Note that this only supports approximately 7 megabits per beam and the beams are very big, so while this is a great solution for locations with no cellular connectivity, it is not meaningfully competitive with existing terrestrial cellular networks. SpaceX aims to provide seamless access to text, voice, and data for LTE phones across the globe, enabling customers to access those services anywhere regardless of location. SpaceX aims to make direct-to-cell work with existing LTE phones with no changes to hardware, firmware, or requirements to download a special app, making it easier for customers to use. Initially in 2024, SpaceX expects to launch direct-to-cell texting services and later in 2025 direct-to-cell voice and data and IoT services. Thank you for watching. Let's grow together.